Hey everyone, it's Mari, and these are the small details that I think are important or just fun to see in Life is Strange Episode 2 with some light analysis. Keep in mind I'm only covering things that I don't think other people have covered or really thought about very much. So if I didn't cover something that you've thought of or seen a lot, that's the reason why. It's because it's already been covered. You see that partially obscured orange spot in the right corner right there, and behind Max's head, that is some foreshadowing to the eclipse at the end of the episode. The snow at the end of episode 1 is foreshadowed in Chloe's snow globe. Here's the infamous 2 seconds of Warren looking around the corner to see that if you're in your room or not. No, I don't think that he is the killer or anything. I think he just might be an awkward teenage boy who was waiting to ask her out. So, we can all remember the weird shit we used to do when we were teenagers, and unfortunately, he doesn't have the ability to erase all of his embarrassing mistakes, unlike Max does. I always found it interesting that in this selfie photo, Max always looks kind of dead because of how glassy her eyes are, but that could just be because she's tired, but... The wall next to her bed she calls the Max Caulfield Memorial Wall, which is usually used to be saying like, oh, they're dead. I assume everyone's already read through these emails, so I won't get into them. They're pretty straightforward.
I can't keep my eyes open, but I know there's a scientific answer.
No, this is not Rachel Amber. Rachel Amber had blonde hair and hazel eyes, so remember that when you guys are trying to figure out things about Rachel Amber. Okay, guys?
Ow! Hello? Water?
Sorry, I forgot.
There are many instances in the game where there are parallels to how Rachel was treated to how Kate is being treated now. Kate is the one who actually looks the most like how Rachel Amber did. If there's anyone who's tied to the events of what happened to Rachel Amber, it's Kate, because people like to go after certain types of physical attributes for victims.
Go, Miss Grant. Not sure if I will, though. I'm a loser. Nice atmospheric shot. Needs dusting. Man, this could almost be art if it wasn't so fucking sick and disturbed.
Goats are often the animal of preferred sacrifice for rituals and to gods and stuff, including the Abrahamic god. You'll notice that Kate has a little black and white bunny, which could be her spirit animal, and also that Mr. Jefferson has a picture of what looks like somebody with Kate's hairstyle and a little black bunny in one of his, weird art pictures. And I'm not saying it's literally a picture of Kate scantily dressed, but things can often be metaphorically tied in this game.
The paint job looks great. Samuel knows his color schemes.
This may seem innocent enough, but there's a lot of things that imply that Samuel knows a lot more than he seems to know, and color seems to be very important in this game. And later he goes on to say that he knows about spirit animals, and infers that he might know a lot about time.
Samuel really should keep this locked. It's a waiting accident, and too easy to sneak into. I've never seen Samuel wearing shades. And what's with this other crap?
I honestly don't think there's anything weird about Samuel. His spirit animal is a squirrel, and squirrels like to collect things, so he's not exactly weird, but I do think he has the role of watching over things, because in every single scene, or at least almost every single scene, there's a squirrel that you can see somewhere looking over stuff. So he's just only acts a little weird because he might not be neurologically the same as everybody else, but that doesn't mean he's a murderer. Unless I'm mistaken, these butterflies that are gold act different and are animated different than the other butterflies we've seen in the other games, but I could be wrong, but they just stood out to me because of the color.
The squirrels always come in the morning for food. I can hear them whisper. That's your spirit animal. Nothing weird there except you saw yours. Could be a sign about your destiny. What do I know? My spirit animal is a squirrel.
I just want to point out that, you know, these like private number texts could actually be from not Nathan or his father.
The Prescott dormitory? Good lord, Nathan's family owns my dorm?
That hello, how do you do sign is everywhere. And with the amount of other signs they've made, that sign must be important if they're showing it over and over. You can see a bunch of other signs that they've made that they could fill the space with, but they choose that sign to show you in a lot of different scenes, including in episode 1. There's a picture of that dog drawn on the walls of Rachel and Chloe's hideout that I'll show you later. And the dog is drawn right next to a drawing of Rachel. So one can assume that Rachel liked that dog, and if she liked that dog, that means that she was friendly with Frank, because that dog does not like strangers. I'm pretty sure that's the boat that hits the lighthouse.
I always wonder what people think about when they eat alone.
Hello there to you! Such a beautiful day, eh? Oh yeah, it's gonna be a super day. Enjoy your breakfast, eh?
The poster doesn't mention whacked students with guns. That graffiti has been here forever. Gross. Thank you, redneck poet. Nerd graffiti. Warren must have been here. Good lord. Talk about apocalyptic.
Pretty please?
I just think it's cute when she does that.
Oh, gross. So disturbing to see old syringes on the ground. Those shells look fresh.
Those are shotgun shells, not regular like bullets. So, and they look like they might be 10 gauge or 12 gauge, maybe. I'm not sure.
Although this junkyard is a dive, I see why Chloe hangs here. She's a steampunk. It actually feels like Chloe and I are kids again. We're hiding out and plotting our future. Despite all the chaos and bullshit, I feel so giddy hanging out with her again. So happy. Like we've both gone back in time. It's hard to believe that was once on the road, filled with dozens of students. What? My rewind power doesn't work on her? I don't get it. It's so quiet and primordial out here. I always feel like the forest is whispering to me. Like Arcadia Bay is trying to tell me something. I just have to figure out the message. thinks about her father when she looks at all these smashed up cars. Thanks for the tip. Ouch. I can't see Chloe playing with makeup.
There's Frank's dog next to a drawing of Rachel, and I assume these types of drawings are made by Rachel.
That kind of hurts. So Rachel did go to a Vortex Club party. This flyer is dated right before she disappeared. Now, what's up with this weird secret relationship? Sounds like Rachel was confused about it, maybe even ashamed. I wish she named names. I better not show this to Chloe or she will be seriously hurt.
I thought it was Mr. Jefferson that she was referring to as, like, wise and unconventional. But since that dog is there, I mean, I don't know. The dog kind of makes it seem like it was Frank.
That was awful, Chloe.
I'm sorry, but Frank isn't as hardcore as he fronts.
That symbol underneath the quote is one of the graffitis that was in Chloe's car that disappeared after you get out of the car with her and wasn't there before you got in the car with her. And I've been having a really hard time figuring out what it is. With lots of research, I think it might be partially part of the symbol for seasons in some Native American symbols, but it could also be someone just made that up and said it was a Native American symbol because it didn't seem quite right. And also, that symbol can also be part of what I saw on a ancient fertility goddess. It looked exactly like it. So I really don't know. I mean, it could be represent the cycle of life and death, or the cycle of seasons, which is often interchanged through symbolism, and it's also one of the iterations of the swastika, and not in the way of the Nazis, but in the original way, where it represented fertility and life and the balance between male and female, but basically it would always be within a womb, like a depiction of a woman with a womb. This is a quote that a lot of people missed, and it says, "This is much bigger than you." As in, all of the things that are happening to Max are much bigger than her.
Please get me out of here!
Does anybody believe this shit? Join us or die. So you can almost shoot somebody on Monday and party on Friday? Prescott power. Wonder why they don't use real skeletons.
Why? It's all over, like me.
Knock off this martyr crap.
What do you want from me?
I want you to be honest.
Nobody believes me anyway.
Stop acting so rude.
Being on a viral video does that.
Maybe this is your way of getting attention.
That's really mean, Mr. Jefferson. You just don't get it. Just leave me alone.
You have to talk to me, Kate.
Why? It's all over, like me.
Knock off this martyr crap.
What do you want from me?
I want you to be honest.
So you can't help me?
I'm trying, but you have to understand my position.
Arcadia Bay looks way more majestic here. Even in pictures, the forest around here always looks mysterious.
The way they look at each other in this moment that I slowed down to 28% of its original speed seems like they know something with each other, like they're exchanging a look of, like, I know, and he's like, ah, shit. It seems important because the scene ends on this.
And I'm working on proof that Kate Marsh is connected to Rachel Amber. Somehow. The weather confirms this weird day. Feel that chill.
Alright, that's all I got to say about episode 2 so far. These were just some quick notes, and wanted to point out some little details that didn't really fit in with any other videos. If I have more theory videos, they will come to you. It's just that I can't force them to come out of my brain. I have to think of them, I have to research them, I have to really feel like they're genuinely plausible. So, I mean, I'll try my best, but I can't really make videos come out of the air, you know? So I try, but if I can't get it out to you, constantly, I'm sorry. I have the other theory videos for other video games that I work on, and I don't like playing on one game too much, otherwise I get kind of burnt out. So I really appreciate everybody watching my theory videos and my Easter egg videos and Stacy and I's Let's Play videos. I try my best to answer everybody's questions on Tumblr and everything. I try. I really, really try. So if you're feeling neglected, I'm really sorry, and I feel bad. But please, I'm trying. Sorry. I'm really sorry.